What's up, everybody? It is your boy, Muggsy and we're back with some Hero Colosseum. Man, that was real aggressive with the back. But here's the deal, guys. We're doing a team build on Beerus. Shout out to Prince Kaza and the Mighty Ninja Clan Gaming. Y'all commenting it down below. And Prince Kaza, I'm sorry I didn't comment. I didn't shout you out last video because I was trying to think of who did it. Well, it was you, bro. Now, here's the deal. This Beerus is the most OG unit you possibly can get, besides like the Godku and all of not the Godku, the Blue Goku, the Blue Vegeta, the Whis, the Kid Buu, the Goku Black, all that good stuff, because he was from, wow, there's a big line on my leg, but because he's from the original batch of figures that originally came to Hero Colosseum. So like all of the figures, let's see if I have any original batch figures. Those two, actually I have three. 1, 2, 3. You definitely weren't SR Vegeta. The Hit. Was the Hit an original batch figure? He wasn't, because he came along with the Masu. Now, the Piccolo did, which still blows my mind, because the Piccolo is one of the best figures in the game still. And he's one of the most OG units in the game still. Brother, he's one of the best units in the game, and he's an OG unit. But we're not talking about Piccolo, we're talking about your boy, HAKAISHIN Beerus. Now, I'm using number 65. I'm not using the one with higher defense and higher speed, because I don't have him at level 99, and I don't even have him close to level 60. He's level 99 because he's an absolute beast, so here we get into it. Number 65, God of Destruction, Beerus, I almost said Lax. Level max, 99 out of 99. HP is 8990, attack is 6870, defense is 710, and his speed is 1450. His ultimate attack is Sphere of Destruction, and his posing skill is Destructive Blow. Place on a trigger square to deal damage that ignores opponent's defense. Repeatable. Trigger square is top right. That posing skill is amazing. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's such a simple posing skill, and yet it literally is so dominant. Like, Vegito Blue has a second part of his posing skill where when his HP is below 50%, he ignores defense. He doesn't need that. He just has it right off the bat as long as you have him in a trigger square. The only thing that really kind of triggers me, about his trigger square is it's only top right. He only has one. If he had a second one, like if he had a back trigger square, he'd be broken. But I realized that he's really more of an attacking unit. And a lot of attacking units now, like in the beginning of the game, were very front units. Like you put them in the front. So you have the Blue Goku, you have the Blue Vegeta, you have the Kid Buu, you have the Goku Black, you have that. The only one that had a back slot that really was a game changer was the Big Bang Vegeta. And that was like, I couldn't pull him for the sake of my life. And I pulled him, and now how many dupes do I have of him? Let's see how many dupes I have of him, because I don't even remember. Three dupes of him, and I have one of him. But he was literally bodying me every time, because he was in the back, and all you had to do was hide him, and he just destroyed people. Plus, he locked opponents in place, and you weren't necessarily one-shotting a lot of figures, because you didn't have all these crazy skills. You didn't have all these crazy posing skills and all of these crazy skills you could put on a figure to make them one-shot people, and you didn't have, like, the Chomp and stuff like that for support and stuff. So, you guys know what I like to do. I like to go over the stats and just see what's up with the what's up. So, HP is amazing, attack is amazing, the defense and the speed is really what the problem is. But here's the deal, there's two ways you could run this team and make it work beautifully. So you could go defense, 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 and HP. So that's, you basically could do that. So, you could do the, obviously you could do the VOD, you could do the Whis, you can't run the Vados. I was going to yawn because I'm talking a lot, but you could run the Whis. I'm going to run the Whis with higher HP. I mean higher defense, because he's just a beast. He's going to have 10,000. He's going to have 4,000 defense. He's going to have 4,000 defense by the end of the game, basically, because I do have defensive stats. I should put the one that goes second. I need to buy them. I know you get daily TP medals sometimes with the login bonuses, so that's why I'm just like, it's whatever. So here we go. Place on trigger square for minus 30% damage to all taken. Minus 30% damage to all. Wow. Place on a trigger square for minus 30% to all damage taken by allies on the field. Stacks during that turn only, Mugs. Jesus, bro. What am I doing with my boys? Trigger square is top left. Now you could run him top left, him top right, and just smack a figure in the middle that has a lot of HP, and more than likely Beerus is killing him, because he ignores defense. The only thing that's ever going to affect that is a Whis is going to ignore the amount of damage that he outputs, or a Vados that is going to skew the amount of attack that he physically has. Other than that, defense is non-existent. He will always hit. He will always hit unless you're lowering his damage output. for 66,000 or 68, not 66,000, that's insane. 6,600 or 6,800. Always, no matter what, because he ignores defense, guys. So you could put the Whis top left, him top right. Now you could put the Champa there, simply due to the fact to guarantee a kill. Now, these three people just work very well together. I know the Vados works very well with these three. I have a team real quick, boom, and it works beautifully. Shout out to my man, the Skyscraper. Now, I have so much FP now, you can't see it, but me and you grinded so hard on ranked, bro, and we had some close matches. Like the match I had with my Majin Buu team, the matches, literally it was coming down to last figure almost. Get out of here, I don't want to update my computer. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave, brother, but we had some amazing matches. And the teams I was using was very interesting. I used the Gogeta, Whis, Vados, and Champa and Goku team. But, guys, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Beerus because he's the main attraction to the video. So, you could run these two figures because he's going to place on trigger square for plus 30% damage taken by all opponents on the field stacks during that turn only. Top middle is his trigger square, and then his is top left. Ultimate attack is God of Destruction's Menace. His is Symphonic Destruction, and then his is Sphere of Destruction. So, right here, you're going to have no speed, but he's going to be lowering the damage output, which means unless they double stack, you're more than likely going to survive, right? More than likely going to survive because you're not minus 30% damage taken. It's very, very low. Even with a Vegito, a Super Vegito with max attack, like right here, where is he? You still might not even one-shot. With a double, you're gonna kill. But still, without a double, you're more than likely going to survive here because 8,700 attack, HP, 8,900 HP, basically 9,000 HP. So, and he's lowering damage up by 30%, very low, and you're taking out figures left and right. The Whis isn't going to take out a figure because it's low attack, but the Champa is going to take out a figure because he has such high attack, and he's getting that plus 30% to damage taken by all opponents, and so is the Beerus and ignores defense. So, another figure you could do, simply if you wanted to stay defensive, but still give a buff to the Beerus, right? So you could do the Gogeta. Now I'm not going to do the Gogeta with higher. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the Gogeta with higher HP rather than the one with higher defense because the one slot I'm going to put the Gogeta in more than likely. So I'm going to go over his trigger square opposing skill, even though I've gone over it a million times. The strongest season, place on trigger square for plus 20% to own damage dealt, plus 10% to damage taken by opponents if you go first, and then minus 20% own damage taken, and minus 10% damage dealt by opponents if you go second. Top, middle, and bottom right is his trigger square. The ultimate attack is Soul Punisher. So you could run him bottom right, now him top right, and he's going to be getting hidden by the Beerus, and then you could run a Whis to lower the damage output. Now that is a two-lane setup, so watch out. Whoever he puts on the middle is going to hit fairly hard because he's only giving his opposing skill to your... Wow, I'm tired. To your allies, so the figures you have, not to your master. So that is why he's very risky. You could run the Trunks with this team, and you have the defensive buff for the master. So one more thing, you could do that, and then you could just do something to spice up the team in any way, shape, or form. So you could really do the Bardock then, and this is a very high HP, very high attack team. Now the Bardock gives place on trigger square for plus 250 to own attack and 170 to defense, repeatable, and then the minus 5% damage taken by all allies. And your master, if your master's HP is 50% or less. Top right and bottom middle is his trigger square. Now, guys, I'm going to go over one more team, the offensive version, which I am in love with, bro. Where's the team that I made? That is a very similar setup to what I'm going to be running, right? Because Beerus, if you let him go first, there's no way people are surviving because he's just going to one-shot everything in sight. So, first off, I'm throwing him on a team. Where is he? Boom. I'm throwing him on more than a lot of other teams. Now, I do have the attack up F and then the place on trigger square plus 10% to own damage dealt. And I do have the tier 4 because I do not have another of the plus 500. But I need to do it, obviously. Now, here's the deal. He's just going to body people. Place on trigger square for plus 350 attack, defense, speed, repeatable, and plus 10% to damage taken by all opponents. If you go first, then minus 10% dealt. Minus 10% damage dealt by all opponents if you go second this turn only. Top left and bottom right is his trigger square, spirit sword is his ultimate attack. So you can put him bottom right, him top right, and this is about, I'm going to go ahead and say that is about a little less than 6,000 speed. So you're going to have 6,000 speed with this turn. Now, Another thing you could do is another high speed figure just to spice it up and give you that extra edge and speed, but also a little defensibility. Now I'm going to take notes on the team I have here. Basically, this is like a perfect team to me almost, but I'm going to run a little more of a high offensive team. I do not have the Godku on this team, which I'm going to throw on this team right now because it's just gross. The Godku is an amazing figure regardless. So boom. Placed on a trigger square for plus 700 to own attack and 160 attack to all allies and plus 5% to own damage dealt repeatable. Bottom left and top middle is his trigger square. Super Kamehameha is his ultimate attack. Ignore 01 skills. I really need to start taking them off and putting other skills on, but I'm really too lazy at this point. But here's we go. 4,000 speed. 4,000 speed. He's going to have... This is basically a little less than 10,000 speed. And the way you could run this team, you could put him top middle, him bottom right, and him top right. Or you could run him top left, him bottom left, and then him top right and be a floater on the right side. So you're going to have a middle space in the middle. More than likely, he's going to survive regardless because doing 9,000 damage, like, you need a heavy hitter to do that. Like, I'm going to go over it and see. You're going to one-shot with a double. You might not one-shot with a double depending on. You're going to one-shot with a double. Would you? No, you wouldn't one-shot with a double. You wouldn't one-shot. Oh, no, you're one-shotting with a double. I don't know what I'm saying. You're probably not going to one-shot with a double either. So, it's a very big gamble you can take running the Beerus because he has such low speed that is, like, it's not good. The only reason I like running Gogeta is because he has such low speed, but he has such a high defense and such high attack, such high HP, and such a defensive value to the team that he's giving that big damage and mitigation to himself. That's the reason he can survive. So, right here is another big speed boost. Now, you could throw the Future Go on here and just plow through units. So you could have him. I'm not even going to go over his posing skill because I've gone over it literally a bajillion, a million, trillion times. I don't even know what words I'm saying. I'm making up numbers, guys. That's how many times I've said this. But he's going to have 6,000, 7,000 speed. You have that, and that is 11,000 speed. You are guaranteed to go first. Unless they have an insane attack team, an insane speed team. Not a lot of teams are going to be outputting the amount of speed. Like right here, this is 14,000 speed between these three. And you could put him bottom left, him top middle, blows him out of the water. You could put him bottom right, him top middle, and that is going to be about what? He's going to be gaining 350 speed, so in 2 turns, he's going to have almost 5,000 speed, which means 5,000, 9,000 speed, 10,000 speed, and he's going to be doing damage. Like, damage left and right, guys. Or you could throw on, instead of the Gohan, you could throw in the future... You could throw in the future Trunks if you really wanted to, but I'm a big fan of the future Trunks, but I don't like using the future Trunks with lower HP because I like to sprinkle him out because he just doesn't have a lot of HP going for me. He doesn't have a lot of defense, like 1,200 defense, 1,700 defense from a one that is level 96. I am in love with that Trunks. I need to get him to level 99 because that is just a whole nother level of speed that he gets to. He rivals future Gohan in speed. So put that in mind. So overall, I like the speed version of this team, but I more than likely will run this because I will be doing a team build. I will be doing the team video tomorrow because that's what I've been doing. I probably will be running the defensive version of this team and showing you that going second is a beautiful thing with this team. So I'm gonna throw the Future Go on there just for that extra speed buff. You really don't need it with this team because the Beerus is just gonna be able to tank so much. I don't know why I'm yawning a lot. What is your trigger square? Man, that's the one thing about Beerus. You can use him as a floater, but he's not going to be ignoring defense. The only negative to him. You're not going to be ignoring defense. So, if you really wanted to, you could throw, in actuality, you could throw him top left, him bottom left. He's not going to be ignoring defense, but he's going to be hitting boatloads of damage coming out of him, regardless. He's not going to have any gaining in an attack, but 6,000 speed... Basically almost 8,000 speed coming out of this. I don't know what that's about. But, and then you could run him top middle, and that is 12,000 speed almost. And you're not using him in his trigger square, but you will be doing massive amounts of damage. Just like you could use any of these figures not in their trigger square, but he's too valuable not to be in his trigger square. So is he. He's basically a speed unit And when you get him, when you use him, 0-1 skills is really the factor that I use him in. Unless you want to get that plus 500 attack, plus 500 attack, I'm basically just using him for speed. So you could run him bottom right, him top right, and still use him in his trigger square, and then him top middle. Guys, so I'm going to throw on one last figure, and then I'm going to wrap this video up. Really go over it, but I'm going to go over the defense. I'm going to put the defensive team back on, just simply due to the fact that I just love the defensive version of this team. So here we go. I'm going to actually throw the Super Saiyan 4 Goku on, and I know this is a very weird, skewed team. I'm not going to use the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It is confirmed I will not be using the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, guys. I will probably be using, if I do the defensive team, I will probably be using the, let's just do, I don't want to use the cell. I'm going to use the, guys, this is hard. This is hard. This is really hard. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to be using the Gotenks, simply due to the fact that it's similar to this team, almost identical, except I don't have the Cell, I have the Beerus, and the Beerus is going to be outputting way more damage. I'm actually going to take off the Godku now, and throw in another figure that, when he hits hard. Where is he? He's one of the most OG units in the game. The Big Bang Vegeta. This is an all gold hair team except for the Beerus, but that is going to do it for the video. Shout out to Prince Kaza. Shout out to the Mighty Ninja Clan Gaming. This is your idea, guys. I will be using the team tomorrow in a match, but that is going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. Hope to catch you guys in the video. My team is growing every day. My big goal is 500 subscribers, but my even bigger goal is 1,000 subscribers. Just pointing that out there because that is a huge milestone in any YouTuber's, any content creator's career as a YouTuber. But hope to catch you guys in the next video. Deuces, everybody. Thank you for all the support. I'm loving it.